Okay, I'm going to go over some commonly asked questions and some problems I see students encounter when using Piktochart. And having said that, I assume you already watched the basic introduction to Piktochart, which I posted on the classroom website on the classroom. And I'll put a link in the video description of this one on YouTube as well. So you can take a look at that first. Right. I'm going to assume you already have an account and we're just going to log into it. For people in my class, you would just use your school email because we're hooked up with Google and just sign in with Google. Okay, so the basic tutorial already went over the dashboard. Here's your templates. I like infographics in my classroom. I assign them quite a bit. So we're going to pick one here that can show us a little bit. We got some big pictures in this one. We're going to go look at how to kind of insert pictures. So here we see this little drop thing, right? We can drop a photo in there. We can put a picture anywhere on here, and we can put clip art anywhere on here. But to just go over your basics for photos here, we can it automatically defaults to Piktochart, where they have their own photos you can use for free. All right, you drop it in there. Now we can see that picture instead. And there's a mask on here. That just means we don't see the whole picture like we do here. It's cut out a little bit because it's a drag and drop scenario we have. All right, if we want to just drop this picture anywhere, we could just do something like that. And now we see the whole thing. I'm just going to press delete to get rid of that. All right, so you can search there. Say you want a picture of a class because you're doing something about school, and I can click class. Well, I see Piktochart only has one classroom picture. We have it here. It doesn't really represent what I want. So I'm going to search another website. And this other website is Unsplash. And if you don't know about unsplash.com, right, we can search that website directly from here. But unsplash.com is awesome. It's a bunch of photographers that give away their photos for free. You can credit them. You don't have to. I recommend you do. If I type in classroom here, we're going to see a lot of classroom pictures. We get pretty much the same pictures over here. It might be just a little bit of a different order. Anyways, we can also, drag these over here. Okay. So say you want to have your own photo and it's not in Unsplash. It's maybe perhaps from a different site. I'll give you advice on another site you should use. That's Pexels. That's also free, like Unsplash. That's pexels.com. Now it's going to be, depending on your device, this is going to look a little bit different because I know a lot of my students use Chromebooks. I'm just going to type in classroom here. And I see this picture. Okay. I'm going to give it a free download. Okay. It's going to go, this actually goes into my downloads folder, so I know where it is. I'm going to go over back here to Piktochart, and I'm going to go to my uploads. I'm going to browse images, and I know it's in my downloads folder. It's going to look different for everybody. If you're on a Chromebook, you got to find your files. You're going to have a little icon with all your applications. It'll be called files. You're going to click there and click to downloads. So, that's good. So I couldn't download that because it said it was over 2 megabits. So it was actually too big. So you're either going to have to compress that, which I won't show you how to do that here, or you're going to have to find a different picture. Okay, so we're not going to use that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when we're in Pexels, I'm going to go to free download. I'm going to right click there. I'm going to go to large. That should be small enough. Do another free download. See over here, it's going to download to my downloads place. So here we're troubleshooting. Be like, okay, it was too big. I got a smaller one here. And let's browse that image. Grab that. I can see already that's the right size. Uploading the file. It takes a second, and I see it here. And now I can drag and drop this over. Add it there. It looks good. And again, that's just because it's in a mask. It does this. We can play around. drag and drop around here. Okay. Now, we also have a few other things. Oh, I'm gonna shapes and icons. Okay. Let's pick something sciencey. So I want to add this here. I want do something a little different. Oh, a warning sign. Here's a good warning sign. Okay. I'm grabbing it. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Cool. Now this is really busy, right? This isn't good design, but I'm just showing you how to bring different icons and stuff. There's tons of icons in here, and you can also search through it. Now, also, if you want to arrange it, I'm just going to point out that up here in your toolbar, you can arrange this and you can send it backwards and forwards. So see if I go here and I send it backward, I'm going to see other stuff kind of pop up above it. Now the text. And you got to get to know, these are just a bunch of layers you have going on. You got to get to know your layers. They're different for every template, but you got to play around. Like, I don't know if I already said this, but play around in here. The more you play around, the better you're going to get. So say I want to add a football to this, and I don't find a football I like in here. I type in football. I'm like, I actually just want, like a real looking football, not a clip art one, maybe a realer looking one. And I'll kind of show what I mean by that. We're going to go to images.google.com. And we're going to download a image and make sure, again, you give credit for this, but we're just going to type in football. Okay. And we see, oh, here's one right here. Okay. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to download it. So I'm just going to, I right clicked it and said save image as. It might look a little bit different on yours. It's going to save to my desktop. So I'll grab it from there. It just says football. So I'm going to jump in here. Okay. And I'm going to go back and upload that image. Desktop. I'm going to go to football JPEG. And I'm just going to grab it and drag and drop it and put it over here. Oh, I see an issue. And the issue is all this white stuff. Right? I got the picture I want, but it's kind of taking up a lot of room. So there's a way around that. And Google Images is actually a good way to look for images, obviously. But have a neat tool to give you something, what's called a PNG. And usually PNGs, that's a file type, has a transparent background. So we're going to click on Tools right up there. Tools. And we're going to go to Color. And we're going to go to Transparent. This is going to give us a transparent background. And when we click on it, we can see it's transparent because we can see this checkered background here. Right? That usually tells you. And sometimes you're going to find that doesn't work because it's actually an image of a football on a transparent background. You just have to, if you're using images for free, you have to realize that you're not going to get what you want right away all the time. But this one, I believe, should work. I'm going to press Save Image As. If it doesn't work, just keep searching. And football front, 80 times. Okay, it's going to be on my... And this, when we upload it, browse image. Where is football? Now we can see a difference, right? There's no white. Okay. So that's JPEG and PNG. I usually have a bit of a quick assignment on that to make sure everyone understands that. And basically everything in this tutorial, I usually have some sort of assignment or task where we work through this. All right, because the next biggest thing I find that students have a problem with is, how do you get this to me? How do I get this document to me? All right. So don't click share. Usually I don't have permission to see it, and I just have to ask you again. You must click download. Okay. And when you click download, keep it, you can put the quality up a bit, but keep it like this. Okay, file format PNG, because level up means you have to pay for it. Level up means you have to pay for it. And don't download as blocks. Do not. Keep this off. Okay. This PNG takes a second. Is going to go into your files folder and the download section of the download folder in your files. And you're going to have to grab that and upload it to Google Classroom. And perhaps I'll do another tutorial on that, or if you need help with that, just ask me. We can see it's downloading now, right? And I'm going to find it in my own. I'm working on a MacBook. I don't have a Chromebook to do a tutorial, but it's something we can go over in class. And if you're unsure, just Google where to find your files and download folder on your Chromebook. And I'm sure you're going to find something on YouTube that will help you out. Right, that's it for now. As always, any questions, leave a comment or email me if you have my email, and we'll go from there.